Foam roller is a great investment for anybody, and it's used like a rolling pin for dough, but except for your muscles. So if you'd like to get massages or anything like that, this is a great investment for you to do this at home. It'll relieve a lot of pain from your hamstrings, your quads, your knees, your hips, and your back. So it's a great investment for you, and here's a couple of videos to relieve back pain. Foam roller. So again, what you want to do is get in the middle of that calf. You can put pressure on the calf with your other leg, or you can come off to the side and have your foot propped up. All right, this is going to be a painful process, all right, because your bones are really close to that muscle right there. There's not a lot of meat in between, so it's going to hurt a little bit more. So what you want to do is just foam roll, go into the back of the knee all the way to the heel. Foam rolling the IT band can be an experience, and you'll know what I mean once you do it. But the IT band runs from your hip to the side of your knee. So if you have like jumper's knee or anything like that, they call it, or patella tendonitis, the IT band is probably the culprit. So what you can do is just place yourself in the middle of your thigh on your foam roller, step this leg over, and go from the top of the hip down to the side of the knee. Top of the hip, side of the knee. It will hurt in some areas more than not. But if there's an area that hurts, that means that there's a knot there and you need to roll over it. So just make sure that you take your time and you can concentrate on the spot as you get to it. But otherwise, get in your 10 repetitions, down and back is 1, and get in 10 repetitions. Hamstring foam roller. What you want to do is just set up in the middle of your hamstring, basically the back of your thigh, and you want to roll all the way up to the glute and all the way down to the back of the knee. Now your hamstring comes on both sides, so both sides of your knees, so you can roll that leg up and down as you start to roll it. And just make sure you get both sides. Make sure you get full range of motion, because that hamstring goes all the way from the back of your knee, those tendons right there, all the way up into your glute. The piriformis is a forgotten glute muscle that basically runs from the top of your hip to the bottom of your glute muscle. So what you want to do is position in a cross leg position, and to get that piriformis more, you want to turn into it, because you want to be on the side of your glute. And it's just, that little piece is nothing but that long. All right, so you don't need to go very far, but it's very important to get that. If you have sciatic nerve pain, this is probably the culprit. But just make sure you roll in that area of your piriformis and go down and back. I would do 20 of these. 15 to 20 of these, down and back is 1. So just make sure you get that piriformis, and it'll loosen up and clear up that back pain. Foam rolling your groin muscle. And your groin muscle is on the inside of your thigh. So basically you want to set the roller lengthwise. Bring your knee up. You want to be on your toe over here, off this leg off the ground, well the straight leg off the ground, and the leg that's on the roller, you want to have that one bent at a 90-degree angle. Roll all the way to the inside of the hip, all the way to the side of the knee. And that's going to get your groin muscles. If you feel a little trigger point where it kind of hurts more than others, then you can focus on that point a little bit. But just roll out and make sure you get both sides. Remember to keep that knee up and don't let it sag back. And you'll get that groin nice and loose. Quadricep foam roll. So that's the front of your leg, and you want to position yourself over the top and over the side in the middle of your thigh, and keep that leg off the ground, and basically roll from the top of the hip to the top of the kneecap. All right? So that other leg can be on the ground, but just make sure that you roll over that whole quadricep as you go down and back. Keep that leg in the air and put pressure on it. This one you can probably do with both legs and have the same pressure. But as always, feel free to find what you can do and make that happen. Foam roller for your back. So what you want to do is start at the top of the hips, and you just want to get the lower back portion. So you're just going to go that far. Down and back. Take your time. Then after you get the lower back, go from the top of where you started for the lower back up to the back of your scaps. Keep your head off the floor, keep your hips off the floor. Put pressure into the roller as you roll back and forth. Cross your arms, kind of give yourself a bear hug as you do this.